Okay, I know this is really weird, but the first opening of Weiss Schwarz on my channel is apparently sorta online. But somehow, despite being the first set that has been opened on my channel, I did not ever do a deck profile of any sort on my Sao deck. And I'll tell you right now, I do play Sao. I do enjoy playing Sao a lot. And this is the main build that I use for tournaments. I'm planning on changing it, so this is kind of like for archiving purposes and all that stuff. But yes, this is currently my main build for taking to tournaments when I do play myself. So I'll start by levels. Level 0, 2 copies of Kyuto in Battlefield. Very simple card. It's a 25. That's a really high number for a searcher. Play, pay 1, discard 1, search. Very standard searcher. And very effective because he can be a beater as well. 25 is definitely not a bad number, especially when most of the searches are only 15. 3 copies of the level 0 Suicider. Elizabeth, her second ability is take a damage in the beginning of climax phase, pump something else that's an avatar or net character. For, I believe it's avatar net, it is, no, one of your weapon, so it's not an avatar or anything, it's just one of your weapon, so not the net characters or other avatar characters, but yeah, choose a weapon character, pump 25 to it, which is a lot, so she will stay relevant throughout the whole entire game, and she's a level 0 Suicider, very good card. 2 copies of Silica Like a Date. She's a 4K beater at level 0. She remains 0, but when she's played, well, basically beginning of every climax phase, you check the top of your deck. If it is a climax, she rests and you cannot attack with her. But there's not that much chances, and she also gets to give you a top check. Let's say I top check a Suicider and I want it, and I have a 2K1 Soul in my hand. I just play the 2K1 Soul. I will be able to draw whatever the top card is that I really needed, or if I wanted it. 3 copies of one of the best supports in game for level 0s. Asuna support. It's a really simple support, 500 in front of it for everything, and then the second ability is where it shines. It turns any of your climax into a cannon. So for each when you play a climax, you choose a character, pump it 1k. So when you have 2 of these on at the back, when you play a climax, you pump 2k to something, or you pump 1k and 1k to something. So it's really amazing, especially when you play a 2k one, so it turns into a 4k one. So if you are choosing to pump all the damage on one character. 3 copies of Lifa. She is there for green count, and she is there. She's okay. She can avoid some situations like Suiciders, and she does pump something else by 1,000 and 1 level when she attacks. Not bad. Not a bad card at all. And this is also my first signed card ever pulled in playing Weiss. So I just really wanted to use her. 2 copies of Silica Brainstorm. This is a no-brainer. Silica Brainstorm is way too good to not run. So basically, you tap 2 characters, pay 1, tap 2 characters, Brainstorm for 4. For every climax you hit, you salvage a character from your waiting room. Very standard, very good to use. Level 1 is really simple for this deck. I run 4 copies of Lisbeth Changes Clothes. It gains 500 for every other avatar net characters on the field. Which means when you have a full field, she will be at 65, and that's really decent. And if you have assisted back, so that's like 7 or 7.5, depending on which slot she's in. 2 copies of Marker Asuna. So she's 45 base. When you kill something, when you reverse something though, she gains a marker from the top deck. And for each marker she gains, she gets 1 level and 1500. So if you know your opponent does not play bounce or cannot bounce or anything, she also gains a level. So you kill, let's say, if you can get her to kill around 3 things before the opponent hits level 2, she's almost perfectly safe. But there's one thing that if she gets reversed with markers under, and you uncle her, the marker will not come back. So there's no reason to uncle her, but yes, when she grows, she will be she can grow when let's say she reveals 4 cards, and then she has 4 markers under her. That means she's level 5. So your opponent cannot side attack for any damage, and she will, since it's 4 markers, right? Each marker gives 15, so that will be 6k boost. So she will be a 10-5, just with no assist at the back. She's decent. But if you are playing against bounce decks, don't count on her, you know, stacking that much. To support Asuna Marker, I run 6 counters in this deck. This is a 2k split counter. So basically, when something's getting when you use the backup effect of this card, and you have 2 or more avatar net, so you just only need 2 characters on the field. You can choose. It's a 1k counter, and then there's another k that's on the second effect. So you can choose to put the second 1k on the same character, or you can choose to split it to another character. Very, very versatile and very free. It's a free 2k. That's amazing. This is one of the best counters, I think, for, well, just generally in this game. It's a 1-1-35. It's a 1-1 3.5k counter. If you're so basically the way you do it is just you try to use counters to make your opponent crash into this. Even when they think they can beat over it, they have to beat over it by at least 3,500 to be safe. To actually keep, you know, reverse me and get rid of the card. Moving on to level 2s. I play 1 copy of Lightning Flash Asuna. When she's against a level 3, she becomes 2 soul damage and 12k base. And paired with assist and 2k1 soul, she really gets over a lot of the changes at level 2. The only downside is she sends the enemy to stalk, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because when you send the enemy to stalk, that means they cannot encore the character that was killed by her. But smart opponents can use the stock that you generate for them. 2 copies of Sukuha uniform. Again, this is a net. This is not avatar, and she does not have weapon, but she is basically there for a green count, and she has a great effect as well. She has first thing is she has hand encore. Second thing is when you're attacking, you pay 1, you pump her by 25, so she will become a 10k. Just by herself, just by paying 1. And paying 1 during attack is always good, because you can pay out the climax you triggered. So I run 2 copies just in case. It's really decent. Alright, 3 copies of Searching Elizabeth. Basically she climax combos with a gate, and you pay 1 when you attack. So that's another really good one, because you pay 1 when you attack. You salvage 2 characters from your waiting room, and then you discard 1. So it's a +1. And the hand fix at the same time. 2 copies of Lisbeth Confession, because this is the level assist. And what do we say about Asuna? She levels up. So let's say she's level 5, and you slap this behind her. You slap 2 of them. That's 5k boost. Very amazing. And she also has a secondary effect it's pretty good when you have the stock, I guess. When you play her, you can pay 2 salvaging a character. So it's a lot of pluses. All the silicas give you quite a bit of plus. Alright, level 3s. I play 3 copies of the level 3 Diva. Diva's Pure Wish. She's really amazing. She can come out at level 2, which is a great ping for the enemy. When you have under 5 cards in your deck, she is -1 level from your hand. So you achieve that by using Brainstorms. When she's on the field, every avatar, I believe every avatar and all the other characters just instantly gains 15. So she's like a support that can stay in the front line. She's 2 soul, she's 10k, and she has a secondary effect where you can pay 1, discard a character, I believe. No, discard an avatar or a net character from your hand to the waiting room, and she gains 3k on that turn until the end of your opponent's turn, and she cannot be targeted by effects. So if your opponent triggers a win, like a bounce trigger, next turn they cannot bounce her. Very, very useful. Okay, 4 copies of Silica, like a younger sister Silica. Just the most broken level 3 in style. Come in play, she heals. She has the most broken climax combo possible. This is the Searching Elizabeth climax combo, the gates. And this is the Silica one, which is 2k1 soul. So basically, when you play it, she gains the ability when she attacks for free. You get to salvage a character, and you get to top deck any card from your opponent's waiting room to the top deck. So you guarantee some damage, and also she is, you can salvage, so it's advantage everywhere. Anyways, that concludes this deck profile.